Hello, welcome to Inverse Video, the first since we started our Instagram, Inverse Poetry. You may have seen the first two Inverse videos a few weeks ago as part of Indent Indoors. They were a kind of trial run to see how this would work, and I'm super excited that we're now doing it regularly. We post new poems every week over on Instagram, every Friday, and we're going to be doing these video things every month. The last Saturday of every month, so keep an eye out for those. If you are a poet who would like to get involved, share your work, or if you're not sure yet but think you might in the future, then give us a DM over on Instagram, or send us an email to indenttheatreco@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We're always looking to kind of grow our little community, so please get in touch. We're very friendly, I promise. We're going to have a few poems today from some poets who you will have seen if you saw our previous ones, and they've also been featured over on Instagram. If you haven't seen those, then it's going to be a lovely introduction to them. They're all brilliant poets and absolutely lovely people. So the prompts for this month was chapter 1. I'm going to kick things off with a poem. I went through some books, got the first chapter titles, and wrote this from those. This is called chapter 0.001. I float 2 feet off the marble floor in the great hall of the Palace of Justice. There's just this, supine sun's gravity. Just me and a herd of white rabbits, or a troop, or a flock, whatever the collective noun is. It's crowded. Water rushes in the next room like blood behind an eardrum, the Delta's designated waiting area. Now pay attention to the walls. Plywood in disguise as something stronger. Flat screen TV windows with a view of the Veld. The great hall of misdirection. Peter breaks through and tells you the story, his lips even less in sync than the last time you were here. You listen as a voice that might be his describes a subconscious draped in Barbies and belonging. You notice something new. Knuckles strain white. His left hand wrapped around a tusk or a panda or a map. I blink and he becomes a shadow on the wall. Subtitles read, "The Return of the Man in the Purple Hat." I haven't heard this one in a while. Needles drop and the wrong music cues up. This is the score for the riding lesson, you sigh. Maybe it'll work. You can't see the whole screen. A section in the lower left obscured by the back of the head of the lover you thought had left. Or maybe just someone who looks like them. This always happens in the ones you can remember. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This is still my room, but we're at a different angle because I've not been well. Hence the tissues next to the pillow and under the pillow and on the floor and on the bedside cabinet. You didn't come here to listen to me talk about sneezing, so instead let's read some poetry. This is called No Surprises. Sick of counting the true speed of a second, I decided to get rid of them all. Eliminate travel sickness caused by the elongating of fingers and the red that sits under my eye as I drag the lids down. I don't think of my skin as separate anymore, and I no longer know what happened next and what happens now. And I don't want some of what I remember, so I get rid of that too. And when you ask what's on my mind, I don't say the death of my favourite heroes, suited up and gentle to my small world's problems. We just talk. Thank you. This next one is called Born Again a Mayfly. Born again a mayfly. Light enough to walk on water. That slow dive to the top of the pond wasn't a waste of time. Do you know how long you have? Do you count hours like years, or is every tick the same as mine? We're both using energy reserved from childhood to carry us. And do you know what you want without question? I know only that the day will end. You don't have long left. There aren't any loose ends here. Thank you. And this last one is called Stopped Thinking of the Sun. I will never be here long enough to watch you burn out, consume yourself. Tonight there are many lines that connect you all, hanging like palm tree leaves. Eyes move towards the brightest, and then on to the next. And every night since, I look for the one I love the most. Background blacker than my closed eyes when I remember stars like nothing I've seen since. Getting brighter to acknowledge they haven't gone far. A projection. I want to take myself to the highest point, towards that impossible depth. Thank you. And thank you to Inverse again for inviting me to do this. I really appreciate it. Stay safe. Stay safe.
Taking the long route home. I've kissed the stars on bus stop benches. Ambled lengths of cartography lenses let your maps etch into my skull. Supernova lights through bedroom glass, sleek through blinds and molten dusk, falling at a glimpse of skin. Hello everyone. So for this one, I'm not going to do a couple of long poems. I'm going to do a bunch of short ones. I'm not really going to describe them. I'm just going to go one after the other. But they're all about first or beginning in my life. It's a little bit personal for me. It's weird, but I hope you like it. Cheers for the starting gun. Milk drunk, I fling first words at your knees, try to dance the same as you, but fall flat and laughing. Scoop me up, tell me all the films you love, so I grow knowing what to watch. Croon half-remembered lyrics, so we'll sing like shit together someday, when I'm older. Two lost souls on a sofa each sling words atmospheric, listing song and whiskey titles, singing lyrics slightly wrong. Eyes half sleep tight, limbs hung like linen, mine touching the floor 'cause I'm taller now. You recite semi-remembered lines of Shelley and Blake and Jaws and The Godfather 2, aided by stereos crooning the same tunes as last time. An early video game memory. Smithereened for the 16th time. Reduced to one life. Cartoonish token top left smirks uncovered. No magic mask in use. Plastic bent by young hands and new stress. Plucked from my hands like a piece of fruit. You'd pilot these pixels with mystic ease. Thumbs graceful. Ushering the bandicoot block to block. Land on floating TNT. Timing jumps perfectly with his landing. His grotesque feet burned by each opened crate. Next time, I'll try to replicate your tactic. Hitting 0 lives and throwing the fucking controller yet again because I can't do it, it's impossible. You'll pick it up though. Piece it together. Then kill the blue prick, gifting me the next level. Don't feed them bread. We'd take walks along paths by the river, either side. One bank after the other sometimes. Just to inhale water-whipped air. Hear birds chime louder than the churning of the wheel. Just to watch for ducks' heads rising through the sheen of moss, like feathered periscopes. And this one's a bit longer. I was sat on the stairs on your birthday. You were born with clenched fists, pulled so tightly to your eyes that when the midwife prized your fingers away, you looked like a fucking panda. A purple-eyed cub swaddled in a human towel. I bought you a stick of bamboo for Christmas and was offended when you didn't eat it. I munched it inches from your infant face to show you how tasty it was. You were sick, and now I'm missing a tooth. You were born with pale grey skin. There are pictures minutes into your life on the outside that I refer to as the alien pictures. Convincing your other brother that Mum was abducted and fell in love with a shape-shifting extraterrestrial who swapped places with Dad. And that now we might get ray guns in our stockings. We never got ray guns, but I'm yet to find definitive proof that he's not from outer space. A few hours later, the rings faded. You grew into the sickly, anemic shade of peach that we share. Mum said, He looks like you. And I cried in my room, sockets puffing purple in disbelief. Now we're almost the same height, and you're better at video games than me. And I'm okay with it. Thanks, guys.
Hello, my name's Matt. I've been here before. Not much has changed. Got my hair up. Is there any significance to that? Maybe. I don't know. Today, I'd like to read you some poems. The first one that I've got is called Shades of Dawn. Dripping blood sunrise births the dawn of a storm, but ignore the hurricane for now on the not so distant horizon. Today we speak of the first chapter. Sat under crimson clouds, we marvel at what will later blind us. Stunning right now, necessary always, and deceptively dangerous. The beginning of a new day that carries whatever turbulence starts with a gentle explosion. We should have guessed what came next when the sky bled. Yet we laughed. Heavy stuff, right? The next one I've got is called I've Done Mine, and it's inspired by a true story of a... Oh, my laptop's dying. Of a lovely old soul I met outside of a Devonshire pub. Fling the door lay on the wall to prevent the floor, that sneaky bastard, from smacking him in the face. 3 strangers stood too straight, pass by in pleasant horror. He lurches into the dark. Now do yours, he tells them out of sight. A cheerful sneer, a cider warm smile to greet the sombre night. It grins back with an ice-cold stare, scolds him for his drunken state. He laughs with veiny rosy cheeks, embraces his favourite lamp, the same one he dented on his driving test all those years ago. He slides down as it flashes past, his mortal slideshow. 3 strangers rush from out of sight to pry his cobalt lips from the sneaky bastard who got him once again. They try and call for help. He holds their hands and tells them straight. He did it well. Enjoy yours. And the last one is hopefully one day, when we manage to get some tote bags for Inverse, can be used as some advertising, but we'll see how that goes. It's called I Promise This Isn't an Allegory for Emotional Baggage, personified as a tote bag. Over the shoulder remarks mean nothing. Face me to say I look stupid with cloth-carried burdens. I smile and tell you it's reversible and 97% cotton. Perfect for going on to carry another day. When I get home, I will empty everything, tuck my bag into bed, wait, let it rest ready for tomorrow's problems. I look at everything I dumped on the floor, pick up a tag, 3% ink, and failure. Well, we've got some heavy topics there, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Harry Jackson for putting all this together, and thank you for having me. I'll see you in the next one.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more from any of the poets you've seen today, they all have work featured over on our Instagram. And if you want to see more from us, then stick around. Follow us on Instagram for weekly poems, and every month we'll have another one of these. If you're a poet who wants to get involved, please send us a DM. and we'll be announcing the prompt and all the details for the next Inverse video in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. It'll be on Halloween, so I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you spending time with us. Have a lovely day.